Another day,
Another temple.
we are visiting Prasat Kravan, also known as the Cardamom Sanctuary. As you can see, it's consisting of 5 different towers. It's a little bit smaller, but it's on the road to the Lara Croft temple, which we'll be visiting later. Very excited about that, but anyways, we're visiting some small temples on the way. They have done some renovation recently, but still some things are beyond reparation, unfortunately. So it's a simple platform, 5 towers organized next to each other. Hello! And let me show you what I mean. Some things cannot be repaired. It's like in other temples, you can see in the entrance, the inscriptions, a lot has been broken off and resulting in a loss of the definition of what was actually written there. So there's no way to actually renovate inscriptions that you don't know what they actually say. How does this happen? Mainly weathering, rain, wind, sand flowing in. Mainly nowadays is people touching everything. If you touch something delicate, there's all kinds of natural oils and sweat on our fingers, and if everybody keeps touching it, it will just
damage it.
Exactly, it will start corroding the stone. You cannot read it anymore. Also people carving and completely destroying history.
Temple. It's called Pantai Kre, or also known as the Citadel of Chambers. You just look at the back, it's completely covered in jungle and trees, and it's just really gorgeous to see the mixture between human and nature.
Also interesting to add is that it's completely surrounded by a wall. It's pretty big. There's like several complexes, and you can just take a nice little stroll around. It's a pretty nice vibe. I don't know. Je zal nu zo'n beetje GoPro drone. So far, I think this is one of my favorite temples. It's very peaceful, calm, lots of nature, so it really has a very ambient atmosphere. And all in all, just beautiful.
It's like we're like exploring something unknown because the nature is intertwining with everything.
It's like everywhere you go, it's like a little maze. So there's always so much detail and always another place that you can turn left or right. And this is interesting as well. Usually you see inscriptions, but like to see a pattern of flowers, I haven't seen this so far. Really everywhere you can have a little peek inside. Yeah, a lot bigger. It's a long one. It's of towers. Yeah, I think this, I've not been to the Tomb Raider temple, but I think it has a similar vibe. And the sun is coming through again. It's a really big site. So when you enter this complex, you enter the walls of the first walkway to the temples themselves. And then when you actually walk across to the temples, you have to enter through another wall. So this place is enclosed twice, basically. But the one thing is typical of Angkor, the defenses were not made in a military way, so there's no barracks and forts and all that stuff. The walls are not the biggest. It's not like the Wall of China, for example, which is almost impassable. The philosophy behind this is that the temples themselves, they were protected by religious means, not military means. This is massive, the way the roots have formed themselves. It's basically like a wall. Yeah, that one is a second to 9. No access part, not the sturdiest anymore. As you can see with these pillars almost tumbling down. Could happen any minute. And then inside, unfortunately, you can see the entrance is completely obstructed by rubble. How do you like this temple?
My favorite so far.
Really? Your favorite?
Yeah, probably.
So you have the Bayon style. As we mentioned before, it has a little bit of kitsch. There's decoration everywhere, but it adds up and it's really nice. It's different from all the other styles that you see.
Goes even further.
And it keeps going.
This is Srasang. It's also a big water reservoir right across the temple that we just visited. If I would say this first, I would say that this is giant, that it would be a giant water reservoir. But we saw the West Beret yesterday, and this one is nothing in comparison to that one. I think there's also a village all around the water reservoir. There's also restaurants and guest houses around this water.
There was a pavilion built on the lake. There's a little bit of a ruin left, but most of it was made from material that decayed, so probably wood. But that's the only remnant of the original pavilion.
Oh, I was wondering what that was. I thought it was just like a statue or something.
That's like one piece that is left. And all around the lake, there's these stairs leading to the water. It's like it's pretty big, but pretty small compared to the
Westbury. I just told them it's insane how big the Westbury is. Here, last view on the Sasrang water reservoir.
Today we are sampling a local wine. This is Chardonnay de Coco, but let me try. Yeah, nice and fresh aromas. The glass is nice and full. Let me taste. Nice, sweet, hydrating, really refreshing. I like it.
Perfect. A coconut a day keeps me fainting away.
Keeps you from not fainting away.
Keeps me, yeah.
So we are going to sample the coconut, and after that we're going to visit Angelina Jolie in the Tomb Raider tomb.
We just came to Prohm, famously known as a Tomb Raider temple. There are two entrances, the east gate and the west gate. They recommend going to the west gate and then leaving to the east gate. Inside this temple, there's the infamous fig tree or kapok. I love the fact that it's also like the previous temple, covered with nature, trees everywhere, and that's really helpful for now. I think it's 1 o'clock right now.
Plant temples. Try to pick the temples that are not out in the open, the ones that have a little bit of forests and green around them. That way it's a lot more doable because there's more breeze and you can just relax in the shadow. Don't do the pyramid temples. One piece of advice: don't go to the pyramid temples right now because that's basically suicide.
There's a path written out for you to walk around, so it makes more chronologically a bit more sense to walk around. At the entrance they have a sign that show the before and after of the reconstructions. I think over there's like also a sign that shows one of the examples of the reconstructions. It's amazing how they cleaned everything up. The top one is a before and at the bottom is a after, so from pieces of rocks they had to jigsaw this whole puzzle to become a beautiful temple once again. We use a drawing of how it was before. This is how it was before, just completely jiggled up, and then they had to make some structure into it, probably polish the stone, get the foundations right so it doesn't fall down again, make it probably more strong as well, while keeping the same style as before.
This temple was built in 1086 by Yayavarman VII. In order to support the site, they needed about 79,000 villagers, which is quite a lot. I'm no longer human. I've evolved into sweat. Easy to get lost in this place, but that's really nice because then you explore parts that's not full of tourists like here.